Welcome back to Champion Secrets. In this episode, we're answering the question, how do I become mentally strong? Now that is a great question and one that's really, really important if you want to become a better badminton player. All the pro players that I've come across in my career have worked with sports psychologists to focus specifically on this exact question. There are 3 areas to answer this question that I think will dramatically help you increase this on the court. The first has to do with framing your thoughts. And what I mean by framing your thoughts are always trying to find the angle of your thoughts when you're on the court, how to shine a positive light and put a positive twist on not only the way you're thinking about it, but even the words you're using. Now, it's easy to say, imagine I hit it in the net. My natural reaction is like, oh, shoot, right? A negative reaction. That's gonna happen. You can't avoid that. Everybody has that. Lin Dan gets disappointed, Peter Gade gets disappointed, everybody gets disappointed. But how you frame your thoughts and what you do with that information is the key of how to improve your mental strength. So when you hit it in the net, instead of saying, oh shoot, I hit it in the net, try to think about immediately how you can solve that situation. So instead of staying in the emotion of, oh, I lost the point, I hit it in the net, you immediately go to, how can I solve this problem? And think, okay, maybe I dropped my arm a little bit, or maybe I didn't quite get the contact point I wanted, or I went for a little too steep of a shot. So you evaluate that, and then you move on. And you frame it in a positive way so that instead of saying, oh, why did I do that shot in the net? You can look at it as right away from a positive, and you tell yourself, good try, and make that adjustment. Next time I'm gonna make this slight difference, and that will make the difference. And visualize yourself in that immediate moment hitting the shot correctly. You'll see this a lot of times when you watch pro players play. When they make a mistake, immediately you'll see them go back and recreate that scenario in their mind where they're imagining it with a positive outcome. That's really important, and it takes training because it's very hard when your patterns of your brain are stuck in going to the negative. But it's really important because it connects to the second phase of improving your mental strength, and that has to do with staying in the moment, staying in each particular rally as it happens. If I hit it in the net and I dwell on it for another even 2 or 3 or 4 seconds longer than I need to, then I'm going to carry that negativity with me and that negative feeling into the next rally. And now, instead of regaining my focus and thinking about what strategy and what shots I want to hit next, now I'm still dwelling on that shot I hit in the net, and I carry that with me into the next rally. So instead of being in the moment, in the present rally, I'm stuck on the past and what happened 2 or 3, even a whole match ago. In fact, in some cases, as I imagine happens a lot with top players, even the Lin Dan-Lee Chung-Wei rivalry, poor Lee Chung-Wei has struggled time and time again against his rival Lin Dan. So when it comes to match point, for example, in the World Championships, then of course, somewhere in his subconscious, maybe these negative memories are flashing through. And it takes so much concentration and focus to be able to push the past away and stay in the present moment. And this is something that players struggle with from the time they start holding a racket all the way till the end of their career. And it's ongoing, and it takes practice over and over and over. And this is something that I've trained and continue to have to train, both for my play on the court and my coaching on the court, as well as everyday life off the court. I find you'll have a more successful and happier life if you stay focused on each moment and trying to put the most positive perspective on it as possible. The last thing I'll say about how to improve your mental strength on the court has to do with the KISS method. You may have heard of it before. And KIS stands for keep it simple. A lot of times players, especially at the amateur and recreational level, try to do too much on the court and they end up getting overloaded. I compare it to the metaphor of a computer. If you have too many programs running on your computer and you're asking it to do too many things, what's going to happen? It'll freeze and then you'll end up having to shut it down and restart. Well, there's no time to restart on the badminton court. So you have to keep your computer screen very simple. Keeping it simple will help you to stay on track and focus on what you're trying to do. So whether that's keeping it simple in regards to your strategy, or keeping it simple in regards to your footwork or your shot selection, whatever it is, don't overload your poor brain, because when it has too many things going on, then you won't end up doing anything very well. So I hope this will help. This is something that's going to be an ongoing part of any player's development. It's still a big part of my own personal and playing development as well. So I'll see you in the next episode.